Back in the early 90s, the Dallas Cowboys were unstoppable. Led by a trio of Hall of Famers, Troy Aikman at quarterback, Emmitt Smith at running back, and Michael Irvin as a wide receiver, they captured 3 Super Bowls in just 4 years. Under head coach Jimmy Johnson, the Cowboys not only dominated on the field, but also created a cultural phenomenon. The team was known for its toughness and star power, and they became America's team. Those were the glory days, and Cowboys fans had every reason to celebrate. But then, everything changed. The departure of Jimmy Johnson in 1994 marked the beginning of a troubling decline. Without stable leadership, the Cowboys faced a series of coaching changes, starting with Barry Switzer, who had success but didn't replicate Johnson's intensity. The late 90s saw the team struggle to find its identity with inconsistent performance and a series of missed playoff opportunities. The magic of the 90s faded, leaving fans longing for the days of dominance. Enter the most famous owner in American sports, Jerry Jones. As the owner and general manager, he has undeniably shaped the franchise. While his business savvy has made the Cowboys a brand worth billions, many fans argue that his focus on marketing often overshadows the essential task of building a winning team. Jones's approach has led to a series of controversial decisions, particularly in the hiring and firing of coaches. Coaching instability has plagued the Dallas Cowboys. The firing of Bill Parcells after just a few seasons was met with disbelief. Parcells had revitalized the team, but Jones opted for a more hands-on approach, which has sometimes backfired for him. This trend of quick fixes instead of long-term solutions has hindered the team's growth. Jerry Jones' insistence on being the face of the franchise and making flashy signings has often come at the expense of building a solid, cohesive roster. Fast forward to the last decade, and the Cowboys find themselves repeatedly falling short in the playoffs. Despite making the postseason, they've struggled against elite teams, often bowing out in the early rounds. A prime example is their heartbreaking defeat against the Green Bay Packers in 2016. After leading in the playoffs, they couldn't close out the game, losing on a last-second field goal. More recently, their playoff losses to the San Francisco 49ers have highlighted a troubling pattern. Each year, they enter the postseason with high hopes, only to fall short against tougher competition. It raises the question, why can't this team rise to the occasion when it matters most? The Cowboys have often looked strong in the regular season, but struggle to maintain that momentum when facing the league's best. Fans have grown frustrated as the organization fails to consistently improve during the offseason, leaving gaps that are glaringly obvious when it's time to compete for a championship. While other franchises have made bold moves to strengthen their rosters, the Cowboys have been criticized for playing it safe. This lack of decisive action during crucial periods has left the team vulnerable when it counts. On top of these challenges, the Cowboys are in a tight financial spot. Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb both signed massive contracts, which has constrained their salary cap flexibility. This situation limits their ability to bring in new talent and fill critical gaps on the roster. The heavy financial commitments to key players mean the front office has less room to maneuver when it comes to strengthening the team. Moreover, the financial strain raises significant concerns about re-signing superstar Micah Parsons. Parsons has emerged as one of the league's top edge rushers and a cornerstone of the Dallas defense. His impact on the field has been undeniable, making him a player that Dallas cannot afford to lose. However, with a salary cap tight and existing commitments, keeping him in Dallas could prove to be a monumental challenge. The organization must find a way to balance the financial books while maintaining a competitive roster. This may involve tough decisions regarding current players and a strategic focus on drafting and developing talent that can step up in key roles without breaking the bank. So, what's next for the Dallas Cowboys? To move forward, they need to reevaluate their strategies. Building a cohesive team requires smart management and a focus on scouting talent effectively. They must prioritize the retention of key players like Micah Parsons while also exploring options to add depth in crucial positions. A more aggressive approach in free agency could also help them bridge the gap between a talented roster and actual success on the field. Finding the right balance between maintaining star players and building a complete team will be essential. The Cowboys need a cohesive vision that prioritizes not just star power, but also the development of a strong supporting cast. Investing in the right coaching staff that can nurture young talent will be critical for the franchise's success. In the end, while the Dallas Cowboys have a storied past, their struggles since the 90s are deeply tied to management decisions. The future of this franchise rests on adapting their approach and making bold choices that put winning first. The question remains, can they reclaim their glory, or will they continue to fall short? If you like this content, please like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content.